Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is LaDosha Wright. I am the author of What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon and also the author of the children's book Curly Hair Adventures. Thank you so much for tuning in to What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. I will. So we are going to get this party started quickly, but before we do that, you know what I would like for you guys to do is to subscribe to this channel, as it is always about wonderful topics on the how-tos of hair care, debunking myths about hair care, and of course answering a lot of questions and disclosing a whole lot of truths about hair care. Today we have a wonderful topic. I have one of my favorite customers in my chair, and she has agreed to be my model today to talk about, I'm going to tilt my camera down, aging hair. Now, most of the times when we think of aging hair, we're thinking of chronological age, like 75, 35, 15, or whatever. But aging hair in the world of cosmetology actually means both. So we have chronological age, and then we have environmental age. So what's the difference, okay? So chronological age is how your hair responds, how it acts as you actually mature and grow older. Environmental aging would be things such as your styling tools, your hair care products, the actual environment, and of course things you are taking in or not getting rid of internally. And so we need to offer you guys some tips about taking care of your hair as it ages, both chronologically and also environmentally. I brought along a couple of products that can help ward off the aging process, and then there are a lot of products and techniques and tools that can help speed up the aging process. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Every 7 years, you get a new head of hair. That's right. One little bitty tiny strand of hair actually only lives for about 7 years, and then your body creates another strand of hair. The size of the follicle that the hair grows out of, it actually changes. It gets smaller as we age. And we can do certain things at home that can help this aging process up. So I parted her hair, and I'm going to tilt the camera again just so that you can see. So this is her scalp, okay? So we're showing her scalp, and when we're taking care of hair, here's a couple of things that are also very important. 3 things that you must always consider. Number 1, the right products. Number 2, the right tools. And number 3, the right technique. When you have those 3 things in your favor, regardless the hairstyle, regardless the product, and regardless the hair, guess what? You get to have a wonderful, beautiful hairstyle. So when we look at her hair, there's a couple of things that just doesn't seem to always make sense to those of us out here who are watching this video. Like, for example, the role that density plays. Density would be the number of fibers you have per cubic inch. So some people confuse density with the actual diameter. So here's what I'm talking about. Diameter would be how your hair looks this way. So a diameter could be this, it's exaggerated, or it could be this size. So some people confuse how strong the hair is, which is what diameter is associated with, and density, which is the fabric count. They kind of use those terms interchangeably. What they don't tell you at the hair salon is that those are entirely 2 different things that comprise of a wonderful hairstyle. So in her instance, her density, her fibers per cubic inch, it's normal. She doesn't have a lot of fibers, but she's not exactly thinning, but she's not very dense. Kind of look at it like my girl, Miss Vava, which you should follow her on YouTube as well. Miss Vava points out that density is sometimes referred to like a forest. So if you see a whole lot of trees, you have a very dense forest. If you see just a little bit of trees, you have a sparse forest. So in this instance, her forest is just kind of normal, okay? So now that we know her density, we also need to know what type of hair she has. Her hair type we look at the direction that her hair is growing, and you can clearly see, and I'm just gonna move this a little over, that she has a very obvious wave pattern going on there, okay? So she has a combination of afro wavy hair. So you see the frizz on the fro, and then you also see the wave, okay? So that's telling us that she's going to use products that's formulated for normal hair. But here's the thing, she's been doing a couple of things to her hair that's speeding up the aging process, and it's also giving us a false read that her hair is really limp. The color isn't as vibrant, and so we're going to talk about what types of things are causing this to happen. So number one, let's look at some products. So can you share with us what type of products that have you been using on your hair? Yes.
It's something that has olive oil.
So she's been using products that have olive oil and using products that has cream in them as well, correct? So one of her favorite products is like a Vita Point. So Vita Points are like cream, what we call cream hair dressings. So these are examples of creamy hair dressings. Now, one of the things I like to point out is that my lovely guest, Miss Dorothy here, she loves her old school hairstyling, okay? So she just smacked me on my thigh, guys, okay? So old school hairstyling, they love these creamy hair dressings, okay? Now, the problem with these creamy hair dressings is that they're mostly water. And so because they're mostly water, when you go to put them on the hair, you get this type of a result that you see here. So whether you rub it all over and then you start from the ends and you apply it, the results that you're going to see is that her good old-fashioned press and curl has now reverted into an Aphrodite straightened kind of compromised kind of, ew, I need to run back to the hair salon. So that's one challenge. So what they don't tell you at the hair salon, cream hair dressings are the ultimate no-no when you're straightening hair, be it relaxed, be it press and curl, be it a silk press, be it a wrap style. If you are wearing any of those types of hairstyles, you have to stay away from cream hair dressings. Number one, because they're mostly water, and number two, they're also going to cause your hair to revert like you would not believe, okay? So that's number one. Number two, she's also a really huge fan of, guess what? Pomades. So I understand that pomades, pretty much for those of us who have textured hair, like Miss Dorothy here, myself, I have textured hair, and then also just culturally, we have a lot of people who from various cultures from around the world, from Africa to Puerto Rico, to Brazil. So all of the ethnicities that have cultures, some people, they really love pomades. And pomades today have become a lot more extravagant and a lot more exotic than the ones that we grew up with. So you have this one that's made out of mango. You also have, who can remember the throwback Sulfur 8? Look at the new bottle, the new design. This isn't how it looked when I grew up. And then we also have products that now specifically target an ethnicity. So we have this one here that's called Africa's Best. Now, I'm not quite sure if it was made in Africa or not, but we're just driving in the point that now hair pomades have taken on a whole new identity. They have also taken on a whole new, functionality in how we're styling hair. But what they don't tell you at the hair salon is these products are not the best for your press and curl, your silk press, those type of hairstyles. You really don't want to use these kinds of products because they weigh the hair down entirely too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to show you what products that we're going to actually use to offset the aging process that has taken place on her hair. And how old are you, may we ask? Can you share with our viewers? She's how young?
87.
Oh my goodness, she is 87 tenderoni years young. And so we don't want want her hair to look like she's 87, okay? And so we're gonna go ahead on and fix that. So we're gonna come right back. Whoops, excuse my thumb. So we're going to come right back and we're going to show you exactly what they don't tell you at the hair salon about how to take care of somebody's hair when they are 87 years young. Bam. Peace, love, and hair. I'll be back.